Greetings, citizens. So, funny story about today's video. If you listen to this video and the audio seems a bit off and sounds like it's peaking or whatnot, well, that's because of what happened with my Windows mic setting. So under normal circumstances, I have my mic settings or my input settings set at halfway up on the volume level. For some reason, that tends to change whenever I use a meeting app, whether it be like a Zoom or a Microsoft Teams or something like that. Well, I had one of those meetings earlier in the day of when I did this video. I didn't realize that it changed my mic settings until after I recorded this and I listened to this back. So I tried to work my magic as best as I could to make it bearable and stuff like that, but I didn't really want to throw away this episode since I had a lot of fun putting it together. I had a lot of fun doing it as well. So anyway, that being said, hope you liked the video. Don't hold it against me too much on this one, but time to put on our travel shoes. It's a travel day. Let's get it. Gigameters.
Quantum travel engaged.
Is in the same area and basically fly out. So I am on a round trip. I'm pulling in now anywhere between 280,000 to almost 340,000, depending on the number of contracts that I take. So I take one out from here out to Seraphim, and then I take somewhere between 4 and 6 back to Orison. So that's been my loop as of late. So yeah, I do read your comments. I do read your comments and I do take them under advisement, and when I'm ready, I always end up referring back to the comments and thinking, okay, this may be the next thing that I do. The Mustang has. So some of this stuff I had to learn on the fly, but the livery, basically the paint job, the propulsion, apparently the propulsion is how you go through the gates if you want to go the Nyx or Pyro or something like that. Basically, it's from what it sounds like, almost like a friend or foe
If this is your stop, please
drive, like in Mass Effect. It gives you permission to go through the relay stations and stuff.
check for your personal belongings before and after all shuttle flights, and to dispose of any trash at appropriate receptacles. No stress, no mess.
So, and from what I've seen, read, and watched a couple of videos on, was before you change your quantum drive, you have to unequip the jump module. And I noticed in Urkel that the quantum drive and the jump module are basically together.
Crusader Industries shuttle.
So you have to have those two together at all times. If you don't have the jump module, you're not going through the gate. So, but for some reason, if you just swap the quantum drive, the jump module apparently disappears. So, you know, is what it is. So over here today, right now, we are going to be changing both of our shield generators.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
So right now we're running inks.
At Orison Skyway.
And we are going to be grabbing
the shuttle is prepared.
2 Concords for the shield generators. We're also going to be changing the coolers from winter stars to vapor blocks. Bit ring, size 1, grade A, civilian class. So this is a new classification for me to quite understand, because I'm used to, again, it's a change of like the classifications like they do in Elite Dangerous. So they're in the Elite, for those who haven't played it, there is different classes in a number behind, or a letter behind each class. So if you're your slot in your ship has I think it's class 4 slot, you can put anything in there up to a class 4 and the letters have different specs to it. E is the worst class all around. Something like a B is the heaviest. C is kind of mid-tier all around. D is the lightest, but not exactly the greatest performing. And A is quote unquote the best.
How's it going?
With this, I don't know what the classifications are. I know the size are the same. Like if you only have a size 1 slot, you can only put size 1s in it. Size 4s only going to size 4s. I believe you can go under different sizes if I'm thinking about this right. But yeah, but then there's also the classes like civilian class, military class, industrial class. I think there's a commercial class and stuff like that. So we are gonna go with, let me make sure I got this right. Systems, shield generators, Concords. Yep, those are the ones we're looking for. Civilian class, grade A's. So that gives apparently a lot more in the way of shields, so I can take a bit more hits. Because after the number of deliveries I've done, I'm almost expecting to have to fight 2 when I do the next delivery mission and stuff. So being able to defend myself a bit better seems to be a better idea. And now for the coolers, the vapor blocks. So we are going to go ahead and get our hands on 2 vapor blocks. Now, do they have to be up in order for me to put them in the ship? If the ship has to be down, it would stand to reason that all of these would have to be down. And since looks like the vapor block doesn't move, it would stand to reason that in order to put the stuff on the ship would have to be down here at the bottom. All right, so we have the Winter Star. Grade 4. Vapor block is stealth class. So this is where I am still kind of learning and lost and stuff like that, but the different grades. There's a grade 4 and a grade D. So from what it could be something completely obvious that when you're looking at different grades of how good something is, it starts from grade 1, which is your A's, grade 2 is your B's, grade 3 is your C's, grade D is your 4s. Right? So if I'm looking at this right, the higher number in the grade slot, I won't exactly say worse it is, but the lower, I guess, in quality it is. I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and unequip. Okay. All right. So there's that. So both of those are equipped. We're not touching the quantum drive, not yet. Shield generator. Let's put the Concord in both of these. And we are saving. So that's it. Those are the things that we need to be changed here in Orison. All right, off to Hurston.
Quantum travel engage.
Let's go. All right. Let me stop here. Now I'm a little bit of a side note. I'm a country kid, you know, for real. I'm a country kid. I have spent time all across the Northern Hemisphere and stuff like that. I've seen, you know, I've been to Times Square. I've seen the New York skyline. I've seen a bit of the Tokyo skyline and stuff like that. But you know, sometimes when I think of like the future, if we were to colonize different worlds and stuff like that, I'm sure a lot of us have the same attitude, but it almost feels like this is what a lot of us envision, like at least some cities on different planets that are like this, which is funny because this planet is a super Earth. So, you know, we're on a super Earth and there's no hell divers. I'm guessing those take you out of here, but before we leave, let's Cambio, the canisters. Are these repair things? Repair canisters? To the people in the comments, are these repair canisters or something? Constellation Phoenix. I've heard some people talk about the constellation. Okay, so out. Oh. Oh. Oh, this looks clean. This looks clean. Talk to me nicely. Got a little passage. Got a little room over here with the aquarium. Okay. Okay. Show me what 14 million does. What? Wait. No, sir. Y'all do not have a jacuzzi in this thing. No, sir. Full stop. No, sir. No, sir. Looks good. Constellation Phoenix. That looked... I'm sorry. That Constellation Phoenix looks so cold. On the inside. It looks so cold. We are off to the CBD. All right, this ain't a bad place. This ain't a bad place. But now that we're heading off to the CBD, I get to actually see a lot of the city. This is nuts. No. That's better. All right. Lorville at night. Do not lean on door. All right, welcome to the CBD. All right, attrition 2s is what I'm looking for. Apparently I need 2 of them because those are the only ones that will fit on the ship. So let's get these attrition 2s. Now my wonder is, can I bring, my ones that are already on the ship, can I put those in my ship? Or would I have to go get another ship in order to fly it out here to go grab it? Or can it be sent over to me like in, what is it? Like with ships, you can make a claim to...
I don't know. Not sure it's not being stupid.
If I can make a claim to tell y'all to send my stuff over to, say, Orison or something. So I'm curious. Y'all trying to get me to stay here in Lorville. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but look pretty though. I can't be mad. So let me go ahead and sip on this. All right, we are hydrated. And now let's get back to the vehicles. Mustang Alpha. So these are the vehicle weapons. So right now, we need to change the badgers to the repeaters. Now, granted, these are grade 1s, but the repeaters are apparently, if you're going by the other ones, going by, what is it? Urkel's classification, the repeaters are stronger. Now, at some point, I'm going to have to come back here and grab those, but that's probably going to be sometime later or whatever. So we'll see. But if nothing else, I would come back because, look, I'm sorry, that ship is clean. That constellation ship is clean. We take one more look now. In the daytime, love the detail. Looks good. Looks really good. But all right, let's get out of here, gang. Let's get out of here. So we are off to Babbage's. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and YouTube will let people know that, hey, maybe people want to actually see a new citizen of the star fumble his way around. I see the blinking lights over there. Is it the same? 3.
Landing gear engaged.
All right. Okay. We got rain. There we go. I don't know, it's been a lot easier to land in the Intrepid than it is in the Mustang. I don't know why it's so squirrely. I don't know why it's so squirrely in the Mustang. I don't get it. But we here. Or maybe it's because I'm on camera right now, so. Yeah, it looks like the tram is up there, so. Nope, I am not touching anybody else's ship. I think that's the ship I just left not that long ago over at Lorville. But no, I am not touching anybody else's ship right now. I don't have the facility. I don't think I have the facilities for that, big man. So, Babbage's, how many people in the comments section even remember Babbage's? Before it was better known as GameStop. Like, I remember Babbage's. Babbage's was,
stand clear of
as funny as it sounds, Babbage's, Software, etc., places like that.
The capsule will be leaving the station.
I used to, that used to be my hangout spot. Just heading out there used to be my hangout spot. Spent so much time over at Babbage's. It was insane just growing up. Like I said, we was out in the country, but when we would head to the city or whatever, that was one of the first places we wanted to go. We wanted to go to Babbage's. high-speed rail. I like the skyline. I like it. It's a snow city because it looks like it's not necessarily on an ice planet, but it's definitely on a cold planet. Pork sandwiches, bologna sandwiches. I'm sorry, I grew up with bologna sandwiches. No, sir, I did not go 900 years in the future to go eat a bologna sandwich. You know, this makes sense.
Hey.
A paradise atmosphere out here in the cold. I like it. Give the aesthetics of it feeling warmer than it is. Is my helmet still on? All right, so let's get out of the promenade. Let's look outside. Oh, okay. This does look like the snow. I like how the snow looks. It does look like looks like a scene a bit from when I was living in South Dakota for a while. This is nuts. Good job. Good job. This looks good. Like, got a little area there that y'all done cleaned off. Either that or there's some, there's like some heating elements underneath it. One of the two, but looks good. Looks good. So now I'm looking for some bulldogs. Woof, woof. Bark, bark. First, let's see. Let's just type in. I need. I might not be able, unless it's over at Omegas, or not Omega Pros. Yeah, unless it's over at Omega Pros. But so let's get a couple of laser repeaters.
Nice choice.
Appreciate it. And everything else looks like it's over at Omegas. All right. So, what else y'all have in here? Y'all have anything for... Okay, so y'all got personals. BR2 combat shotgun. The S54. Check the attachments. I think I have all the attachments I'm really gonna need. Compensator, attack suppressor.
Nice choice.
You know what? Let me go ahead and get the suppressor just cause. Why not?
Smart buy.
Why not? If I'm pretty sure there's a gun I can use this for and whatever somewhere down the line. Put a suppressor on the put the suppressor on the ship goods.
Stims. Been about a week now. First few days.
Grab what we need to grab. And where is y'all's kiosk? Smaller areas. It's not bad. How do I put this? Exterior, I think I like New Babbage's better. I think interior, I'm a bit more partial to Lorville. Okay, so there is, looks like there is, ooh, liveries. Wait a second. All right, do y'all got green and gold, light and dark gray, constellation dark green, Taliator, fragmented 206,000. I was about to hit the bucket on something and not even pay attention. Bro, I know you got the black card and all that right now, but slow your roll, my guy. All right, so I have these. All right, let's go down the line first. Container, module. Check the attachments. Okay, so that's just for the guns. All right. So let's go with the power plant. And we said Breton size 1 industrial. I'm glad there isn't a different Breton, but so let's go with the Breton size 1. That'll give us more pips in the plant. Let's go with quantum drives. Quantum drives, it was the Colossus Industrial. And then I believe we were getting radars. Radars is the V801, which I don't think they have. Doesn't look like. Oh, no, they do have the V801. All right. V801-11. All right. That is everything. So, let's see. So they say it's at center mass. It says it's center mass in New Babbage. So I guess we're heading back to center mass.
If you say so.
Give me a second. So yeah, let's head back over to center mass and all right, where are you at? That's the loop over there. Center mass should be somewhere over here. This is the protection services. Center mass is this way, so I might have missed the mounts. All right. Ball turret. S1 gimbal mount. There we go. That's the last piece.
Gotta take things a day at a time, right?
Good purchase.
There we go. That's all of it. All right. So now, let's load all of this up. Vehicles. The Stang. I didn't buy the livery. All right, so Explorer. So let's go ahead and deselect that. Let's go back to systems. Let's put the Colossus quantum drive in it. And then re-equip the Explorer. There we go. Let's put the Britain, which I laugh every time I say it because Elder Scrolls. All right, radar. Let's put that in there. Anything else? Oh, so that's right. The little flag thing apparently that I have. All right. So there's the repeaters. All right, let's put the gimbal mount on that one. And the Bulldog, gimbal mount, Bulldog. Wait a second, I didn't know there was a missile rack here. And I might have lost my nose turret. Might have lost my nose turret.
Launch complete.
So let's get out of here. All right, New Babbage. Take care of yourselves. I'm pretty sure I will be back to explore more of your fine Snow City. But as of right now, my home calls for me. It may not call for thee, but it calls for me. Zero crime in this sector. Let's get up out of here to a place where I know. Now, my hope is I have not screwed myself. By jumping this long of a distance. Because if I did, that would not be good. But I will be able to tell once we get past, I think it was like, let's see, 56. So if we get past, if we get somewhere in the 20s, then I will feel a bit better. It might be a placebo effect or something, but you know, you feel faster, but are you really? Did the numbers really go up? Ooh. Yeah, we're seeing red.
Shields enabled.
But at the very least, we made it home. We made it home. All right. Let's go ahead and call the people.
There you go. Looks like officially arrayed. Have a drink.
All right, let's turn down. Let's turn down the speed. Put it at 100 meters per second as we ease our way into the hangar. And now hit the landing gear.
Landing gear engaged.
All right. And then land. All right. So now, let's put the juice back in here. Everything seems to be working fine. Now I'll look at the jump service or the jump stuff later, but I want to see if we can put this through its paces, but it doesn't look like I can. Let's see. Well, we can check a bounty hunter mission. So let's check the very low risk one. So you're 13K away.
Contact.
Okay. All right, there he is. All right, let's see what it does. together. Hold it together. No ballistics are better with shields. All right, it's been a minute since I've actually been in the fight. Okay. One day I'm gonna learn how to fly uncoupled.
Shield hit.
But right now, we're just going with what works. Okay, okay. All right, here we go. You ain't escaping me, brother.
Shield hit.
Oh, hold it together. Hold it together. Ease yourself into it. Ease yourself into it. There we go.
Target has been destroyed.
And cooked. GG's.
Let me cross them off the list and get you paid.
Shield.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's go back to Orison and bring it on home. Before anybody else shows up.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Let's go. All right, that went better. And granted, I don't know what happened to all my delivery missions,
Quantum travel
but
engaged.
taking on a quick bounty hunter mission probably would be best. But all right, I think we did good, gang. I think we did good. I think I gotta get used to the ship again, since this is the first time I've actually flown the Mustang in a while. But this little excursion turned out pretty well. In the end, between Lorville and New Babbage, Like I said, I like the feel of New Babbage, or not the feel, but I like the feel of Lorville a bit better than New Babbage. I like the scenery of the outskirts
Quantum travel.
in New Babbage so far. I'm withholding judgment on quote unquote which one I like better for now, but the feeling I got from Lorville all right, let's slow it down.
Shields enabled.
Slow it down. Let's
Weapons.
turn off the bang bangs. Let's turn off the bang bangs. So I've said this before, and I will say it. There it is. Warning, major imbalance. I have to see what that means later. But one thing I have noticed, like, putting together parts in this game as opposed to putting it in Elite Dangerous, part of it is the mindset. When I say this game is complicated but yet simple at the same time, they do take a lot of simple concepts. Elite does use the pip system. Yes, that's true. But another thing that you have to account for in Elite is how much power each module is pulling. With here, your power plant, and this is just from what I've learned so far, your power plant is simply just pips. That's it. There isn't a let me slow it down. All right. But yeah, with this game, power plants are simply just pips. I could be wrong. But as it stands, as I see this right now, your power plant feels like it is simply pips.
Officially erased. Have a great day.
All right, let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's refuel everything. Refill the armor, or repair all of my all these points and everything else. And that will do it. So, what have we gotten accomplished today? We have gone out on our little excursion to put some new gear on this ship. We got some new clothes to go with it. We got some heavy armor and whatnot. I don't know if Orison has heavy armor on its in its shop. I didn't really look when I first bought this armor. I just saw what was on the mannequin and just went with that. But we were able to get a lot done in upgrading the Mustang. I'm pretty proud of myself of getting this done. I feel like I am getting better at this bit by bit. I know it's a journey, but that's what it's supposed to be for. You know, it is a journey, and that's why we're here. That's why we play the game. So at some point, we're going to be doing more. We're going to be knocking out more missions. We may get into, let's see, do we have investigations? We may get into our investigation era and stuff and see what we can find. Apparently you can find some blueprints and stuff like that, but we'll see how that goes. So again, thank y'all for coming through on this channel. Thank y'all for the comments and suggestions and stuff like that. Just because you don't see it in the next video does not mean I don't take it into consideration when I do these. I may simply just be waiting for the time that I actually do this. So last thing before we get out of here, my buddy told me with these burritos that apparently in the early parts of the game, people would just show up on other people's ships, drop a burrito, and it would do enough damage to destroy a ship. Do y'all have any stories about that? Using basically a burrito as C4? Because I understand the whole joke of, you know, explosive diarrhea and all of the stuff, but is it that bad? And keep in mind, this is also the burrito that I picked up off the floor. So, floor burrito. And let me go ahead and drink some water. But yeah, if anybody has heard of that, put it in the comments of people doing that. Because that is probably among the most hilarious things I've heard. Grab me a second bottle of water. Your boy was thirsty. There's only a sip in there. Come on now. There. Put the cap on with this much water in it. Come on, we got to do better than this. All right. But anyway, my friends, fellow citizens, y'all take it easy. Y'all keep safe out here in the verse. And I will holla at y'all next time. Remember, as I love to leave every other stream, stay fast so the darkness never catches you. Stay youthful because old is simply just a state of mind. Stay kind because the world will forever need more kindness. And stay uplifted so we all can eat. And if we can do all that, we can all go beyond the measure of our reach. Stay safe in the first. Watch out for bandits trying to take all your stuff in your ship. And I hope all of your cargo runs be safe, sensible, and very uneventful. Y'all take it easy, and I will holler at y'all next time.